Hey everybody, I hope you are doing great. So it is, I'm about a week and a half is what I'm calling it. This is my last full week of school. The kids have half days next week, so it's amazing, it's great. And I'm like thinking about all the things that I'm going to do this summer. I don't know yet, but I'm still thinking. And one of those things is try to read. And I know I have been slacking on my reading, fictional reading. I will say that. I think it's been since February. So we'll see, February, March, April, May, 4 months since I've actually picked up and completed a fiction book, which I'm a little antsy about. I want to read more fiction, but I think I'm in a season right now where fiction is just not as interesting and I'm so busy. And I know the excuse of being busy and is always the first thing, but sometimes we're in dry patches when it comes to reading. And I set this goal of reading, did I say 60 books this year? Well, 10 more than I did last year. And I'm nowhere near my goal. Am I worried? No, not at all. Mostly because I set 50 knowing myself and knowing this was going to happen. I've read I think 11 or 12 books this year, and I still am not feeling like reading. And it's okay. It's okay if you don't feel like reading and you're not reading as many books as everybody else is reading, or you're not able to hit all of the books you wanted to read or that you bought in the last 10 months. And that's okay. But here's the bright side about it. It's not like I've been not reading anything, period. I've replaced my fictional reading with scripture reading, and I think that's why it's not bothering me as much as it did last year. Because last year I went through a dry patch as well, but I didn't replace fictional reading with scripture reading. So I have been more consistent since February with my Bible study that I don't crave fictional books. I used to read nonstop, 3-4 hours a day after work or beginning of work, end of work, and I would just find any time I can to read. And I do find enjoyment in it. I do like reading fictional books, but it can't replace the time with God that I've been lacking. So for those who are in the middle of a dry patch with their books, or who is probably reading more books than they are reading scripture, I wasn't convicted of it last year. I thought it's fine. It's fine. Reading is good for you. But I've noticed that when anything, either if it's your social media watching hours, your YouTube watching hours, your Netflix watching hours are greater than the time you spend with God, it is a red flag. That is what I would definitely say for my life, because you are prioritizing something else. And that's probably why you're struggling. I'm gonna be honest, because I know for a fact that when I always start struggling, I always ask, well, how much time am I spending in the Word and with God? And a lot of the time, it's not a lot. It's very little. Or I end up sacrificing things to not read scripture because it's more important, or I can catch up on my scripture reading. And that's one thing I always tell myself, I can catch up. It's not all the time you can catch up. And sometimes you just have to have the reality check, and that is you are prioritizing other things than God. And it's okay as long as you turn away and you're like, okay, God, I am going to refine my life so that there is more of you in it than there is of my Netflix watching or my Instagram watching or my YouTube watching. I want to prioritize you. And I think that's it. And I think that's where we all need to be. And if that means your reading goals you set, you're slacking, it's okay. It's okay. Because what always happens is that if you plot out all of your hours of what you spend doing each task, you realize you have a lot more hours in your day, and you just choose to do the opposite. So my request to you is to look at your life and see what you're prioritizing. Because wherever your heart is, or wherever your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And if God is not on your heart, what is? And we are approaching summer, and for those who are like students still, we all know summer is when everything goes to crap. Plan ahead. Think about how you are going to make sure that God is priority this summer and your faith doesn't go down, doesn't slack. And as teachers as well, a lot of you guys have time off. What are you going to do with it? And if working is replacing that time with God, maybe you should also reconsider it too. Don't worry, these are things I'm telling myself, and I have been guilty of time and time again. So my encouragement to you is like, just look and just like ask God, show me what things I'm prioritizing that are not of you, and help me find a way to reverse it. You always have to get that last piece, because God's not going to convict you and then never give you help out of it. That's a definite. And a lot of the time we focus on the conviction, or we focus on the problem, and never like what are steps that we can take to move towards God in the right direction. So think about those things. That's what I got. I hope you have a great one. Bye.